Obviously, you haven't heard the pub bark. Welcome to Mornings on Main Street, Clarksville edition. Coming up, we take a look back at the 8th annual Heroes Breakfast and the big crowd that turned out. Following that, we learn about the VA Pact Act briefing happening today, but we also hear where you can turn if you are a veteran or a surviving spouse and would like to know if you have money owed to you. You can turn to the Veteran Services Organization. We'll have more on that coming up. We also learn all about SIP TN Wine Festival coming up May 16th. And we round out today's show by talking with Yolonda Williams from the Women's Veterans of America and learn more about the programs and what they offer. But first, we have Cheri Reeves with the wrap.
This is the wrap for the April 27th edition of Main Street, Clarksville. On Tuesday, April 25th, the Clarksville-Montgomery County Board of Education denied the charter school application of American Classical Academy Montgomery in a 6-1 vote. Read what happened in Tuesday's meeting prior to that vote, with both the supporters and its opponents attempting to express their views. On Monday, the morning commute near downtown Clarksville was partly rerouted while crews from Clarksville Fire Rescue fought a commercial structure fire in the 1300 block of College Street. Read how quickly firefighters got that blaze under control. The Q&B Foods, or QP, expansion has begun its very large investment at Montgomery County. Last week, the company hosted its groundbreaking ceremony in the Montgomery County Industrial Park.
It's great to be in Clarksville this morning celebrating with QP in this community. Certainly excited to celebrate this investment by QP of $65 million and a commitment to create 85 new jobs in Tennessee, and this community is certainly exciting.
You're changing a generation by offering jobs and allowing people to take care of their families. When it's all said and done, everybody who's had a part will celebrate. But it's because of the people of Clarksville, Montgomery County that QP decided to locate here.
And folks, she did it again. Clarksville's Haven Madison wowed those American Idol judges and its viewers and has been named to American Idol's top 12 contestants.
It's all a game and nothing's ever gonna change. What if I want it now? And I don't know where I'm going.
Congratulations, Haven. Clarksville is cheering you on. Let's all be sure to keep voting for her. And that's the wrap. I'm Cheri Reeves, Main Street, Clarksville.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
Thank you. Well, it was a full room at the Wilma Rudolph Event Center and sold out event for the 8th annual Heroes Breakfast hosted by Operation Stand Down Tennessee. This organization works with veterans and their families to connect them to a number of resources and offer really all around support. Attendees had the honor of hearing from keynote speaker, retired Army Command Sergeant Major Gretchen Evans. After a 27-year military career, she is one of the most decorated women veterans. Evans shared that talking and asking for help is a positive step when working to navigate life after serving in the military.
Well, I think the bravest thing you can do is to ask for help. That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of bravery, because you want to get better. Deep down inside, you want to get better. You don't know quite how to do it. Like I said, you can't stuff yourself back together. You got to ask for other people. And in the military, we're taught, the reason we don't ask for help is that we're taught to be self-reliant. Okay, in the military, it's like you have to be able to solve the problems yourself, especially if you're a senior leader. Okay, and so it's kind of counterintuitive to how we are trained to ask for help. No, I'm the person that's supposed to be helping others. So to ask for it feels awkward to us. But I would say be brave, get the help you need, and live your best life.
The crowd was also able to put a face with a personal story from a family who has worked with Operation Stand Down. Brandy Hall gave insight into the incredible support she has received both before and after her husband died.
Specifically, Operation Stand Down has helped me emotionally, mentally, and physically. Countless things for Christmas, for the children, Thanksgiving with food baskets and gifts and gift cards. And just the checking on me, never leaving me by my side, by myself. I hate to say by my side, but they stayed around as my family. It's like, I know he's not here anymore, but the village is what I feel from Operation Stand Down. Don't be afraid. They do not take you in a place of most, like my husband, hard worker, and it's like, you don't ask. But they gave us such a comfort, and it don't take away from you as a person. It doesn't take away from your career. It doesn't take away from anything. You're not looked as if you didn't do your part. So the stigma that, oh my God, you're back, no. They make you feel so warm and comfortable.
Operation Stand Down Tennessee has offices in Nashville, Clarksville, and their newest location, Columbia, Tennessee. I would like to thank them very much for having me as their master of ceremonies for this event. Stick with us here. When we come back, we're going to talk about where veterans and surviving spouses of veterans can learn about veteran benefits. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
Welcome back. Well, there is information about veteran benefits that you or the veteran in your life may not know about. Are you a veteran with the question, are there benefits for me? Dr. Andrew Kester, Director of Veteran Service Organization in Montgomery County, says most likely, yes. It's your local veteran service organization that can help you.
So there's veterans from Vietnam and World War II that don't know they have these benefits. And sometimes we can get them before they pass, but most of the time it's after they pass. Their surviving spouses come into our office and say, hey, my spouse was a veteran, served in Vietnam, served in World War II, and just seeing if there's any benefits for me. And most of the time there are. And it's sad that it takes that long.
But the VA is not going to give it unless you ask for it. Kester says that you can talk with the VA directly at the VA-sponsored Pact Act briefing this Thursday in Montgomery County.
So the Pact Act was the burn pit exposures that 9/11, Gulf War, and they've added a few things for Vietnam as well. So the VA proper is coming to Clarksville, Tennessee to give these briefings. And we'd really like all of our veterans to come out, surviving spouses to come out. From 11 to 2 o'clock. And I'll be there, so I'll have a team there to do claims, answer questions. But this is the time that our veteran community can ask those questions to VA for health care, for dental, and they're actually doing exams there for the burn pit exposure, and they're going to do screening for dental. So just made a lot of information there, but we have to get this information out. Montgomery
County is one of 5 or 6 stops in this VA campaign. Kester says veterans and surviving spouses are encouraged to come out to Veterans Plaza at 350 Pageant Lane on Thursday or any other day. If you have a question about benefits, help is waiting. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. When we come back, we're talking about the SIP TN Wine Festival, how you can sip on and enjoy wines made right here in our beautiful state. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way. When flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage, it ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
We all have the chance to explore wines made right here in the beautiful state of Tennessee. I have some fun facts coming up for you because I don't know if anyone out there knows this, but we have 78 wineries in the state of Tennessee. There's an upcoming SIP Wine Festival that's happening on May 6th, and we get to learn all about it today from Laura Swanson. She is with the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance. Laura, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Oh, heavens, yes, of course. I didn't realize, first off, 78 wineries in our state. Like, that blows my mind. I had no idea.
Yes, 78 wineries. It is amazing. And just over the past few years, that number has grown exponentially. In fact, around 2009, we only had about 20 wineries in the state. So you can see how much that is growing just every year.
Well, there is going to be a day that we're going to talk and expand on those wineries and what we can explore through Tennessee. But first off, we have one spot that we can stop at in Nashville on the 6th and taste a number of our wines from the state. Is that correct?
That is right. So on May 6th at Nashville Shores, there will be 16 wineries will be at the Sip Tennessee Nashville Wine Festival. There'll be other curated vendors there as well. So people can come and not just sip wine, but they can buy wine. They can visit with other vendors. They can have food. But of course, the highlight of the event is the wine itself.
Now, this is the third event like this that you guys have put on as the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance, but that's not all. There's going to be more throughout the year, right?
Yeah, so it's the third of 2023.
Gotcha.
The first one started in April in Chattanooga. April 15th was near Knoxville in Friendsville. June 17th, we'll be back in Knoxville. And then in November, we will be in Memphis.
What fun. How long does this event go? Is it like an all-day thing?
It is 12 to 5. So
Okay.
it's primarily during the day, but you could come after lunch, enjoy the wine, and then stay and have dinner with some of the food vendors that are available.
I love that. So when people go out there, like, what would you say, like, what makes Tennessee wine special? Again, I feel like most people are pretty well versed on California wines, but what makes us so special and unique?
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for asking me that, because I love telling people about what makes Tennessee wine special. So Tennessee is home to about 35 different varieties of grapes that are planted here. Most all of our wineries in Tennessee use Tennessee grown grapes. There are a few instances where a California grape is needed because a winery will want a very rich dry wine. But in Tennessee, a lot of people think that we're known for sweet wines. Everything we produce is muscadine, but that is not the case at all. The Chambourcin grape is a dry red grape. A lot of the wineries do produce a Chambourcin wine. It's just absolutely delicious. We have everything from sweet white to dry red. If you are a fan of Riesling, you should try Tennessee Traminette. There are just countless possibilities across the state of the way our wineries blend both the native grown grapes that are here along with some others, for example, some California or Oregon grapes.
No kidding. Well, I would love to try all of those. And I do have to say, I've hit 2 wineries in the past, I'd say 5 days. One is Picker Creek Winery.
Pickers Creek, yes. It is south of Nashville, there in Lewisburg.
Yes, and then Big Creek Winery in Pulaski.
Yes, and Big Creek is actually just about to open up a new tasting room in Lawrenceburg.
You are correct. He did share that with me. Yeah. And then, of course, being in Clarksville, we have Beach Haven. The tasting that we have in Nashville, will we have some of those wines there, or is it solely the wineries in Nashville, or I guess?
No, the wineries in Nashville at the SIPTN event they're from all over the state, everywhere from West Tennessee all the way west as far as Jackson. Okay. And what makes this event unique is not only can people come and sample wine from all over the state, but more often than not, the person who is pouring your wine or allowing you to sample the wine is more often than not also the winemaker. So if you have a question about the wine that you're tasting, you can ask the person who made it. Most of the wineries in Tennessee are very small, and they just perform, all the duties, whatever's needed. And so I love that about our events, because some other large wine festivals in Tennessee, it is just a person pouring wine. They only know what the card in front of them says. Whereas the SIPTN events, like the one in Nashville on May 6th, it really gives you the opportunity to talk to the person who made it, the person who has poured their heart, soul, and a lot of money into making sure that they have a good quality product for people to love.
And when you go out there for the SIPTN Festival, be sure to talk with them. They have great stories to share, when you actually take the time to sit and talk about the wineries that these owners are representing. So, Laura, thank you for encouraging us to do that, encouraging us to get to the event on May 6th, 12 to 5. And the address for you, do you have the address right offhand? I have it right here. 4001 Bell Road.
Yes, 4001 Bell Road in Hermitage.
Yeah, well, get out and have fun. And Laura, the next time we see you, we're going to learn the beginning of Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance, what makes it special, and what you're helping us do by us going to your website and visiting all of the other festivals. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for your time.
I can't wait to talk to you again. And for everyone else, stick here because we have more coming up after this.
Who wouldn't love a stuffed booster? I know I sure would, or any sort of sound swag, all of which can be found at Nashville Sounds Pro Shop. The Nashville Sounds and Main Street Media Television would love to invite you out to Sunday Family Fun Day, each Sunday home game. You can also register to win free tickets by going to your favorite Main Street Media website. Register to win, and then we'll see you here at the ballpark.
Well, you've seen her once before, and we're having her back today from the Women Veterans of America. We have their Education and Endowment Chair with us, Yolonda Williams. Thank you so much for coming back and sitting down with me once more.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here, Stephanie. Glad I could do it.
Well, you know, you guys work on so much and work with women in a variety of ways, but I wanted to talk today and share with those who are watching. And again, all of the information that we're sharing with you here, do share it with those women veterans or those who are currently serving in your circle. Share this with them. So let's talk about the opportunities that women can find through your organization.
So one huge one, and specifically right here in Tennessee that's going on right now, is we are working on the education endowment. My job as the education and endowment chair is to push education to get that back in front of the ladies who have transitioned and are moving on to do other things. So we partnered with Austin Peay State University to offer women veterans or their children an opportunity to go back to school. And so that within itself is just a huge huge opportunity and a blessing. Mm-hmm. I think we wrapped up last time talking about our education summit that rounded out Women's History Month.
How was that?
Oh my gosh, it was awesome. We had, I want to say at least over 40 something vendors that were there, and the women came out to just gain the information, and we are hoping that those contacts and connections continue to grow. We will have it annually. So Austin Peay has agreed that, from this point forward until women veterans are too tired to do it, that we will have it recognize Women's History Month, but also putting a big emphasis on education. So turning it back around, we in Texas, in Alabama, in North Carolina, in South Carolina, we have chapters that are operating. And so we're trying to get them to do partnerships with their local universities so that, again, it's about tying education to what women can do and opportunities for them to participate.
What have you seen, or like the growth that you've seen from some of the women already participating in these programs? What have you seen there?
I would tell you the biggest thing is just a place to feel belong, right? Women are just so excited to meet other women like them. I remember speaking with a lady this last Saturday when we did the education summit, and it was just like, I've been looking for this opportunity, right? And not so much the school part is great, or the jobs that we're able to connect to, the network that we create, but it's just having a sisterly bond to say, hey, this is who we are and this is what we do. And I remember that day when I transitioned out of the Army. And I don't want to name names because people will be like, don't be telling my business. But one of my really good friends, when she transitioned out, she worked with me. I was a national commander. She worked with me on the staff. Mm-hmm. And because of what she did in the military, she was able to transition right into a job. And then through the connections through WVA, she is now working with another great partnership for veterans, and that's Wounded Warrior Project. So just a shout out to how we are interconnected to the organizations where we take women when they're not even sure really what they want to do, but here we are, just a landing space for you.
I love that, because let's be real, we all just want a spot to belong.
To belong.
And,
yes.
You know, it is a little nerve-wracking going into an organization or to a group that you don't know. You guys make people feel comfortable. How do you do that?
It's just about loving on them. One of our things is always like, I'm my sister's keeper, or and I'll quote Mary Ross, and she's going to be okay with this. I love all my sisters, but it's the way you say love, because love is just like, I love all my sisters one bit at a time, because sometimes it's with a lot of hugs and kisses, and sometimes tough love is real too. So it's just how we make people feel warm. We had a pancake breakfast here in Clarksville, which was one of our operational fundraisers that helps the organization keep up and running. Ladies come from all around just to volunteer to help to serve pancakes. And we have those that used to be quartermaster, or they worked in the kitchen or whatever, and we call it the dining facility in the military. Was like, this is an opportunity for them to shine back in their element, right?
Cool.
Those of us that had other roles, we kind of get to, reenact that, in our partnership with the VFW allowed us to use that space. And just, again, the camaraderie, the space, just the happiness to belong.
Oh, gosh, love that so much. How does the endowment part work?
So what happens is, where we, as an organization, we were set out to raise a specified amount through Austin P to get your endowment started. And I believe the minimum could be up to $25,000. You could do $5,000 scholarships, but once you raise your endowment fees, or the endowment amount, that lives in perpetuity forever. Right. So as long as Austin P is around, Women Veterans of America have an endowment there, and a woman veteran that would like to apply, that is going to school at Austin P, or her child is going to school at Austin P, they just look up under the scholarships and programs that they have, and you fill out the application. There's some criteria there on what you have to do to meet that. Your certain GPA, you have to have a certain amount of hours that you've completed for community service, and once you submit for it, as long as we're around, or I should say, as long as Austin P is around, because we may not even be around, that endowment will be there.
Sweet. Any events coming up that you can share?
Yes. So on a national level, we are having on May the 20th, it's a virtual meet and greet, another opportunity for women veterans out there, no matter where you are. If you're not in Tennessee, if you're as far east as New York and as far west as California, just jump online up to our webpage or to our Facebook page, Women Veterans of America National. It's all out there, but it's a virtual event. It's a free event, just a place to meet and greet other women veterans and across the globe, because our idea is, our entity is, our being is, how do we love on our sisters? How do we make what they do great? How do we elevate them and just, help them with whatever resources that we have access to?
So many phenomenal opportunities and ways of connection that you guys have. How can we, in the state of Tennessee, you have different chapters?
Yes.
How can we see what each chapter is doing? Can we just go to this
one
website?
The website has each chapter up there. And also each chapter has their own Facebook page. So for Tennessee, we have 2 active chapters right now. It's chapter 20, which is in Nashville, and then chapter 47, which is right here in Clarksville. So if you Google it any which way, upside down, I feel like you will find us. We have a lot of women. And I think one of the things that make us the most diverse of all the veteran services is that we have every branch is invited, every era is invited, active duty, retired, it doesn't matter. We just want you all to come and feel safe. And the dues are not a lot. It's $20 a year to be a part of our organization. And even if you're not in a position, or you're not sure about it, just come hang out with us anyway. I promise you'll be back and be like, how do I sign up? So yes, that is what we have going on. And upcoming June the 12th, I think we talked about it before, is our the day that women were allowed to serve in the military. So there's a big event being planned right now for women veterans for June 12th right here in Clarksville. Nashville is also planning one. They'll be at the Armory. So both of those events for women veterans and those that love women veterans and support our community to come out, opportunities for lots of interaction.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate that. Again, Yolonda Williams, the veterans, see, now I've soaked myself in and I've lost all of it. One of my favorite people here, Yolonda Williams, she is the endowment and education chair there at the Women Veterans of America. Some days we just all get tongue-tied.
Sometimes it happens.
Life is life and it is real.
Real life. Was one of my quotes when I was a national commander. Real life, it is happening to us every day. So don't overthink it. We just go get back on the horse and keep going.